Kenny Bednar joins us from Lake Tahoe Communities. Kenny, I don't know what the secret sauce is, but it seems like every time you put a listing out there, it sells, and it sells really quick. So what are you doing that's different from everyone else?
Well, Pete, first off, every time I put it on your show, it sells. We've had like 12 listings in the last 6 months, and all 12 have sold within days of the time I put it on your show.
Kenny, I'm glad we're a part of it, but I know the marketing and your background and how you market individual communities and you give people access to, hey, what's the neighborhood like? Talk a little bit about the website as you break down those individual communities in and around the Lake Tahoe region.
Well, it really just helps because we go after the market. We go after the buyers in places that are outside of Tahoe, and they're not familiar with the difference between a Glenbrook and a Pittman Cove or a Pittman Terrace, Cave Rock, and a Snug Harbor, so it helps them get organized. But what I really see changing, Pete, and this is a big deal, is the buyers. The buyers are changing on us. They're not the older group of baby boomers like you and I. They are a lot more younger, a lot of 30 and 40-year-olds.
All right, so the buyer and the demo is getting younger. Where are they coming from?
They're coming from California. That's the majority of clients that we're seeing. Also a little bit of Washington. It's the high tax states that we're seeing the buyers come from, Pete. We were just featured in the paper, and that was all about the new buyers.
I think the Tribune does a great job, just for the record. So let's talk a little bit about some of the listings. You do have a couple, Linda Way and Stanley. Can you maybe walk us through those properties?
We do. We have 651 Linda Way and 617 Stanley. Both of them are under contract, I will say. But what I wanted to mention, and this is what's so important, both of those buyers are in their 30s and 40s, and they're moving here full time, Pete.
Well, it makes sense. State of California, 10.5%, state income tax on the Nevada side, which is just a mile away, right, from the California side?
That's right.
0. So right now, I'm assuming you're saying that the market is really strong. Somebody wants to list based on the relatively low inventory. Any tips?
Well, number one is go with an agent that is going to price it at a premium price. Don't leave any money on the table, okay? So, and in order to do so, you have to have patience, and you have to have an agent that's going to market it. That means radio, TV, newspaper, digital. You have to go to those markets, Pete. You know that.
I do know that. You seem to know that better than most. There's only a handful of agents here in the Tahoe market that really stand head and shoulders above. Kenny, you and your team are one of those. So tell us about the team. Tell us about Elliot and your wife, Jana, as well.
Well, very excited. We have a team of 3 agents. My wife, Elliot Young, who is the young one on the bunch. And then we also have an assistant, Jen Spina. And then we have a whole creative team that puts the ads together and the marketing. So it's a process, Pete, but in order to, when you're talking about luxury, and in order to get the maximum value for your product, you need to market it successfully.
Kenny, real quick, how do we get a hold of you, Jenna, and Elliot? What's the best way?
Easiest way is go to our website, Pete, LakeTahoeCommunities.com.
Kenny, thank you for taking the time. I know it's a challenging real estate market, has been for a couple of years now, but if you're looking for a seasoned veteran and someone to guide you through the process in and around the communities around the Lake Tahoe area, can't think of anyone better. Thank you, Kenny.
Thank you, Pete. Appreciate it.
All right, stay tuned. More of the Tahoe Real Estate Show coming up right after the break.